What is up, everyone? Jeremy here. Welcome to Weekly What's New, episode number 14. Very first topic, a lot of new people have found my channel very recently as a result of my last video, the Soldano SLO-100 shootout video. That video is doing better than any video I have ever released in the history of this channel, which I've been doing for a little over a year now. And that's pretty exciting. That's awesome. And as a result, as I said, a lot of new people have found the channel, like the content they're seeing, and decided to subscribe. And so for that, I want to say welcome and thank you for choosing to subscribe. Hopefully I will be producing content that meets your expectations. And if I am not, then feel free to drop in the comments at any time and let me know what you would like to see or see more of, and I'd be happy to oblige. All right, so moving on to the next topic. It's kind of a two-part topic on NeuralDSP. So the first part of this topic is, as I just mentioned, NeuralDSP has released their brand new Soldano SLO-100 plugin. It is outstanding, just as you would come to expect from NeuralDSP. But if you have not checked it out yet, go check it out. They're offering 14-day free trial. If you have not seen my SLO comparison video where I compare that to the STL Tones variants of the SLO-100, go check it out. Here's a little clip of me doing something, getting down to an audio sample playing here. And this is actually with the NeuralDSP Soldano SLO-100. So obviously I'm digging that audio. Go check out that video. It's a good comparison and breakdown in a full mix showing the STL Amp Hub SLO-100, the Tone Hub SLO-100, and the NeuralDSP SLO-100. And then later on in the video, after the audio samples, I break down the entire signal chain, how I put together all the tones. So if you want to see that, go check that out. All right, the second topic regarding NeuralDSP is the QuadCortex is shipping. It is landing in real users' hands right now across the, well, I can't say across the globe just yet, but and that's because the way that they broke down the pre-order tiers, it was originally just tier 1 and tier 2. Now it's tier 1A and tier 1B and tier 2A and tier 2B, where the A's are shipping are pre-orders that were taken from European countries, and they're taking those payments and shipping those out now. So they are actually starting to land in real users' hands, as I mentioned. And if you go on Instagram and search for the hashtag QuadCortex, you can see right here, it's showing up all over the place. And I'm super, super jealous looking at all this. But anyways, it is shipping. So with that, I want to say huge congratulations to NeuralDSP. This is a monumental feat for that company. And I know they got to be super excited to actually have this thing hitting real users' hands and starting to get that real world feedback and seeing how everyone is putting together tones and using this thing. So that's super awesome. And I'm excited for NeuralDSP. And again, a huge congrats. And I cannot wait to one day have my own, and I will. And when I do, I'll put together some content using that and showing some tones and how I'm using it and whatnot. And I know that, I believe that in the app, like with the Cortex Cloud, you can actually share presets and stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. Maybe I'll put together some presets and share those with y'all and see what you think. But that is the topic on QuadCortex pre-orders. They're taking final payments now on tier 1A, tier 1B to follow shortly, tier 2 to follow quickly after that, and then retailers. So it's coming, y'all, finally. All right, and the last topic for this video is a studio tour. That's right, I'm gonna give you all a behind the scenes look at my entire setup here. All the equipment I use to make my videos, all the equipment I use to do my tracking and recording with, to put together the audio samples. And this comes at the request of user Abbas Ahmed, who had asked in one of my recent weekly What's News if I could do a studio tour and gear rundown. And the answer is obviously yes, I can and I will. And that is the next topic. So, and it's actually the last topic because it's going to be kind of a longer run through of the entire studio. So with that, we'll go ahead and just jump right into the March 2021 studio tour. All right, everyone, here is the March 2021 studio tour, giving you the full behind the scenes look at everything I use to put together my videos and when I do my tracking and recording and all of that. So first thing is, I'm going to show you the lights that I use for all of my videos. It is these LED panel lights. These are from GVM, great video maker. You can find these on Amazon. The one that I got was a 3-pack. So you'll get 3 of these LED panel lights. They come with this insert that goes in them that's supposed to help diffuse the light a little bit and make it more of a soft light. It doesn't work. At least in my experience, it doesn't work. So I had to come up with a better solution. And so what I came up with is to just cut up an old sheet, as you can see right there. That's just part of an old sheet. And I cut it up, wrapped it around, tied it off, and it provides a much more soft light, as you've seen in my videos. And if I come down here, you can see, let's see if the lens here adjusts, but you can see it's a much more soft light, much more soft, and kind of disperses the light versus just a direct light right on you. And so if you're gonna get something like those panel LED lights, highly recommend either getting one of the actual soft boxes that you can install on them, or do like I did, just get an old white sheet, cut it up, wrap it around. It works perfectly fine. So that's the lighting setup. Since we're right here, I will show you. Recently I've had some side angle cuts in my videos where I'm not looking directly at the camera, it's kind of from the side. And how I'm doing that is with this cool little tripod mount here. This is a phone mount. I think my camera's not focusing on it there properly, but you get the point, right? Like, it's just your phone goes in this thing, you pull it up, drop it in, it grabs it. And I've been doing those cuts, those side cuts with my iPhone, and I think the video comes out pretty good. So I've been rolling with it. What I'm doing all of my main video recording on is the camera I'm holding right now. It is the Canon EOS R. The lens I have on it, it came with the kit. It's one of the Canon lenses. It's like a 24 to 70 or something. Let's see, 24 to 105 millimeter lens. The one that I use for all of my YouTube videos, all the videos that you've seen, is this lens here. This is a, see if I can get it in the light down here. This is a Sigma 35 millimeter. It's a fixed focal length, 1.4 aperture. That thing is fantastic, and I've been using that for all my videos. All right, so looking at my desk. So looking at the desk here, you can see I've got the dual monitor set up. We've got these JBL monitors. I had mentioned these in one of my other previous weekly What's News, but you can see them here. They're an 8-inch. I don't remember exactly what the model is, but they sound really damn good. And of course, I've got the what are these? The ISO acoustics stands, just to kind of separate them from the, isolate them from the desk, and then you can find those on Amazon as well. I think I got those stands on Amazon. They're not cheap, but they're well worth it. So highly recommend those. Let's see, the wall above my desk here, I've got this sound diffuser panel, which I built, by the way, and that was also in a previous weekly What's New. Kind of showed the process as to how I put that together. But that came out really well. Super proud of that. And of course, you get like that cool effect with the shadows on them when you come to the side and whatnot. Looks pretty badass. This up here is a signed kind of poster, album poster thing. The light's right on it. From Mastodon. So that was given to me as a gift for. So I used to run a metal website, which was all about just promoting different metal bands and shows and things like that. And we did certain giveaways. We did a Mastodon giveaway. We also did a 7 Dust giveaway. And so this here is a signed poster by 7 Dust, and then of course the Mastodon one is signed as well. And so those were gifts, kind of as thank yous from the bands for doing those giveaways. So that was pretty cool. I've got, just kind of continuing with the theme of this wall, I've got these curtains on the wall here I put up. Again, just to kind of add with some sound deadening, sound absorption. They're, I don't forget what the material is, but it's a pretty thick, like felty material, so it does capture the sound pretty good. Let's see, what else? So looking at my server, or not my server, my equipment rack. Let's turn on the lights here, maybe this will help. So here is all the hardware that I have in my server, or my equipment rack. So the top here, this is just a spacer, but then we go into the Furman power supply, into, let's see, well, then we have the Behringer Ultra Di Pro. I've had some questions about this specifically, especially on my latest video on the NeuralDSP SLO-100 comparison video. Some folks asking about which one exactly it was. Well, you can see it right there. It just says Ultra Di Pro, and it's an 8-channel. It has the input, the link, and then the unbalanced output. So like you can go into this, and then the out comes out of the back, and then you can see it comes around here and then goes into my Focusrite Scarlett audio interface. But you can also send the unbalanced out right directly out into an amplifier if you want to do that as well. It also has the negative 30 decibel pad, plus 20 decibel increase. You just turn those on just by pressing those. And then ground lift. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 8-channel. Then we have my uber old Alesis 3630 compressor limiter gate. It's a dual channel, and then I'm only using the one on the right. This is for my vocals. So I run all of my vocals, except for, of course, the audio you're hearing right now, through my vocals. The mic that I'm using, there were some questions about that as well. It's this, again, super old AKG Perception 100. Super cheap, inexpensive mic. And I've had that a very long time. I just started using it when I started putting this channel together a little over a year ago at this point, and the audio sounded fine to me. I was like, there's no reason to go and buy a new mic if this sounds pretty decent. So I've just been sticking with that for now. And I think that's pretty much it. Just kind of showing some other stuff down here. Of course, we've got the Stringjoy strings. I highly recommend y'all check those out if you don't use Stringjoy. Also, my only 2 pedals right now, my Ibanez TS9 and then the drop pedal. I do have one other pedal on order. It is on the way. Well, it'll be on the way soon anyways. It was kind of a pre-order, but it was from Aries Effects, the Brutal Drive. So can't wait to get that thing in my hands and start testing that out. Of course, it'll be in a future video. Let's see, we've got just kind of a bunch of stuff thrown back in the corner there, but then we've got my guitar rack here with the 3 main guitars I use most frequently, which is my Ibanez RG Series 6-string, my Solar A1.7D 7-string, and my Schecter Hellraiser C7 7-string. Looking over here, we've got just kind of a bunch of goodies. But then in this corner, this is where in all my videos, you kind of see me, it's kind of this angle right here, right? Like I sit kind of here, and you see that corner behind my head, and this is just kind of to add some ambient lighting. But of course, we do have these sound absorbing panels. This was also, I found these on Amazon, and they're a pretty good price. It came as a 4-pack. See if I can get you a decent side angle here so you can see they're really thick. It has this foam behind them. And the panel is something that you can actually, like, they have different designs you can choose from. I just kind of went with this because I thought it looked pretty cool, but there are additional designs. Let's see what else we've got. For ambient lighting, just so that the background and just kind of the ambience and the overall feel in my videos isn't just bland with just kind of natural room lighting. As you can see, the kind of pinkish on my face, this is coming from these lights up here. And they are LED, and once again, found these on Amazon. These are actually, I can change them. So this little handy remote here, so you can see I can change the colors, all of that, and they're each one can have a different color if I want. So that's where that light comes from, and it kind of shoots down on these the blackout curtains here. Then I went with the white color so that the light would kind of reflect off of them and then kind of provide that ambience. And let me see, in my computer that I've been using for over 10 years now is the Trash Can Mac Pro back there. It's just on a laptop cooling stand to kind of raise it off the ground. and it also has a fan in it to help cool it as well. Let's see. I think the last thing to show is my secret weapon for improving the overall sound of my voice when I'm recording audio for my videos. So I'm about to let y'all in on a secret of the trade here. If you want to improve your vocals in your YouTube videos, here is the trick, okay? So what you're gonna want to do is find yourself a couple old pillows and a stool and just shove them in a corner. That's the trick. That's it. Works great. All right, so last thing I'll show here is every good studio has got to have a kick-ass fridge, and as you can see, mine looks like a Marshall stack. It's just a fridge. All right. Quick glance around. I think that's probably it for the studio tour, March 2021. Maybe I'll do another studio tour here in 6 months, maybe next year, and just kind of show some of the new equipment, because I've got some things on order. In fact, I have at least 3 things that I can think of off the top of my head that are on at least pre-order or in the works, and I am so excited for y'all to see them. Of course, they'll be in new videos as soon as I get them in my hands. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this studio tour right there. All right, y'all, that is the behind the scenes look at my entire setup and my entire studio here. All of my gear and hardware that I use to make these videos and track and record audio. If you have any questions about anything you saw in that video and that tour, the rundown of the behind the scenes look of everything I have, I'd be happy to answer any of those questions. Just jump down in the comments and leave those questions there. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap up this weekly What's New. So if you dig this content, hit like and share. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would ask you to please consider subscribing. That button is right down below. And as always, thank you for watching and thank you for your support.